All right, guys, please excuse the mess. I've got a lot of Bibles I need to review, but I wanted to bring this one out. This is for really anybody, but this is Church Bible Publishers, New Testament with Psalms and Proverbs. I will just say right off the bat, for the size of the print, the full Yap cover, well, this one, I think the bottom, I mean, it is, I'd consider it a full Yap because all the other sides meet. That one does not seem to meet, but it's hard to do with one hand. That is meeting, and the top. So I think it was just the way it's placed. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. It's hard to do with, like, to show you, but yeah. So top and bottom don't meet exactly, but I would consider it a full Yap. As far as protection, this is protected very well. This is an ironed calfskin with a synthetic, I love the synthetic leathers they use. It's a synthetic polyurethane-based leather, kind of like what Cambridge uses in some of their Concord Bibles and stuff like that. Now, I know some of the Concords now they went back to using a calfskin, but these synthetics will last just as long. I've seen them last a long, long time. So this is, again, CBP, that's Church Bible Publishers, New Testament, Psalms and Proverbs. And then when you open it, you're going to have the New Testament. Here we go. New Testament. So there's Romans. Look at that. I mean, I did a little bit of a break-in, of course, but it was close to that right when I did when I took out the box. I was just surprised how well it's just sewn and done. Of course, the corners are done beautiful. They do a good job with the calfskin, just because calfskin's a lot easier to work with, so all the corners are done nicely and then sewn. Now you will have, let me go back to Matthew or John. So you have a really nice deep red. It is more of a crisp red in the sense that the text is thin compared to bold, but it's very readable. It's like a 9-point font. And this Bible is not that big, guys. It's you can put it in most back pockets. Okay, so there's my hand. I have pretty big hands though. But let me put a pen, like an average size marker or pen. So that kind of gives you an idea of how big it is. Okay, not big at all. It'll fit in a lot of pockets, especially for men, I would say. Then definitely suit pockets, things like that. Then in the back is where you're going to have your Psalms. There's the end of the Psalms. Does not have Psalm 151 like you would in an Orthodox Bible, but that's okay. It's okay. You got most of them. And then you have Proverbs. And then you'll have some blank pages. Let's see here. Now, it's still wanting to... In fact, earlier when I was messing with this, it's just that tab. It'll loosen it after time. People know. People that know their Bibles know that tabs, especially from Church Bible Publishers, will get a little bit more flexible. But you do have quite a bit of blank pages in the back for notes, which is great. Quite a bit of them. I'll have to count them and maybe put in the description later. But knowing me, I forget. If I don't, I'm sorry. But I'd probably say there's at least 20 pages back there. But beautiful grain to it. As you can see, the natural grain. And then some of the grain from breaking it in. So there's some very beautiful natural grain. This light, I have a real bright light on it, but this red is beautiful. Then it's got one ribbon marker, double-sided satin, stitch around the perimeter. Then you have that tooled line, just kind of gives it a nice look. I'm glad they did not put hubs on that, because on such a thin book, it would have made it harder for it to lay as flat as it does in most parts of this Bible. But this is very important. Let me just put this out there. This is very important for Eastern Orthodox to have the Psalms included with the Bible, because that is our prayer book. It's a very prophetic book. I believe every Psalm you read, Christ, the church, you can even find Judas Iscariot. You find so much, just so much. Look at, you can read this alongside your Eastern Orthodox Study Bible, which I'll be doing a review on, because I don't know why I have not reviewed it, but I need to. So it's very important to Eastern Orthodox people, because back when Bibles were very expensive, all we could get was the 4 Gospels or a Gospel, and it was connected with the Psalms. That was the Bible that most people had. So that's why if you ever see a New Testament with the Psalms connected, or Psalms and Proverbs, it's because of the Eastern Orthodox tradition, the apostolic tradition of when we were able to put Bibles together. We couldn't put a full Bible. It was just too expensive, and not everybody could have one. Proverbs, very good to have. Why? Because Jesus is the Logos. And Jesus is considered wisdom and knowledge. The Logos is. And he's that knowledge and Logos incarnate, right? So if you read like Proverbs 8, and I'll do maybe a study on this sometime, Proverbs 8, I think it's verses 22 to 31 or 32, you'll see Jesus Christ being wisdom before the foundation of the world. So he's from everlasting, and he's considered the wisdom and knowledge that he's God, but that is brought forth by God is the knowledge and wisdom, which is the Logos, Jesus Christ. Anyways, quick review, beautiful Bible. Beautiful Bible. They are just getting better and better. I don't know if it's the same paper. I know they went to Longview, Texas, but this paper, a little bit of a sheen, not much, and like it's under really, really bright light. I'm just amazed that the opacity of this paper. The red letter is pretty consistent. I mean, very consistent enough by far. And it's just done very well. Size of the text, the size of the Bible, pretty much a full yap. Great Bible. I recommend it. Till next time, guys. Good day and God bless.